What if a solar in-out planet ripped apart its own moon? Scientists believe Neptune may have done exactly that. Neptune once committed a violent act, destroying its own moon in a shocking event. Scientists still study today. This was no accident, but a powerful interaction that changed Neptune's entire moon system forever. The victim was Triton, a strange and mysterious moon, unlike anything else in our solar system. Triton is even stranger, because it orbits Neptune in the opposite direction of most large moons. This backward motion proves Triton was not original, but captured later in a violent encounter. Triton is Neptune's largest moon and one of the coldest and most fascinating objects in our solar system. Its surface is covered in frozen nitrogen ice, forming a cracked landscape that looks both beautiful and dangerous. Temperatures drop below -200 degrees Celsius, making Triton one of the coldest places known. Despite this extreme cold, Triton is active, with geysers erupting and shooting material high into space. These geysers release gas and dust, creating long dark streaks across Triton's frozen surface. Triton moves in a retrograde orbit, traveling opposite to Neptune's rotation, unlike most moons. This unusual motion shows Triton formed elsewhere before being captured by Neptune's gravity. Triton was once a wandering object, until Neptune's gravity pulled it in during a chaotic encounter. It likely came from the Kuiper Belt, a distant region filled with icy objects and ancient remnants. When captured, Triton caused violent interactions that disrupted and possibly destroyed Neptune's original moons. Before Triton arrived, Neptune likely had a stable system of moons, orbiting in harmony for millions of years. But when Triton entered, its gravity disrupted everything, throwing smaller moons into unstable and dangerous orbits around Neptune. These unstable orbits caused moons to collide at high speeds, leading to catastrophic impacts that shattered them into pieces. Some moons were completely destroyed, turning into clouds of debris that spread throughout Neptune's system in chaotic ways. Over time, this debris settled and formed faint rings around Neptune, acting as evidence of a violent and destructive past. Triton's arrival did not just disturb the system, it created chaos that continued destroying and reshaping Neptune's moons over time. Entire moons may have been ripped apart or ejected from Neptune's gravity, disappearing forever into deep space. What remains today may be only a fraction of Neptune's original moon system, with many lost or destroyed beyond recovery. Neptune's gravity, combined with Triton's orbit, created extreme tidal forces that further destabilized and damaged the remaining moons. Orbits that were once stable became chaotic, increasing the chances of further collisions and a destruction across the system. But Triton itself is not safe, as its orbit is slowly bringing it closer to Neptune over time. Unlike most moons, Triton is gradually spiraling inward due to powerful tidal interactions with Neptune. As it moves closer, Neptune's gravity creates tidal forces that stretch and stress Triton's interior, weakening its structure. Over time, these forces could create fractures across Triton's surface, eventually leading to its complete destruction in a dramatic event. In the end, the moon that caused destruction may also become the next victim of this powerful planet. Triton's orbit keeps shrinking, slowly bringing it closer to Neptune toward an inevitable and destructive fate. As Triton moves closer, Neptune's gravity grows stronger, increasing stress on the moon's frozen surface. These tidal forces stretch Triton, generating heat and pressure that slowly weaken the moon from within. Massive cracks may spread across Triton's crust, signaling the early stages of a catastrophic breakup. Eventually, Triton could be torn apart, breaking into fragments that begin forming a bright ring around Neptune. These fragments would spread out and form a glowing ring system around Neptune like a cosmic scar. This ring could become brighter and more massive than Neptune's current rings, transforming the planet's appearance. In the future, Neptune might look like Saturn, surrounded by rings formed from its once mysterious moon. But these rings would be remains of destruction, revealing the violent history hidden within Neptune's system. What seems peaceful is actually the result of chaos, collisions and powerful forces that reshaped an entire system. Neptune did not destroy its moons intentionally, but its gravity made such destruction unavoidable after Triton entered. Triton's arrival triggered a chain reaction, turning a stable system into a chaotic environment filled with destruction. This reaction lasted millions of years, wiping out moons and leaving behind fragments and survivors we see today. What we see today is only a fraction of what once existed before Triton changed everything forever. In a strange twist, Triton is now on the same path of destruction it may have once caused. Right now, Triton is slowly falling toward Neptune, trapped in a gravitational dance that will lead to its destruction. With each passing million years, its orbit shrinks, bringing it closer to Neptune and increasing dangerous tidal forces. Neptune's gravity stretches Triton unevenly, creating internal friction that slowly heats and weakens the moon's frozen interior. This internal stress builds over time, creating pressure beneath the surface that could trigger massive fractures and collapse. When this pressure becomes too great, Triton's surface may crack apart violently, marking the beginning of its final destruction. At a critical point, Neptune's gravity will overcome Triton's strength, pulling it apart into massive fragments in a violent event. These fragments will not escape, but instead spread into orbit, forming a dense disk of debris around Neptune. Over time, this debris will settle into rings, creating a stunning but tragic structure formed from Triton's remains. These rings could become bright and wide, transforming Neptune into one of the most spectacular planets in the solar system. In the future, Neptune might rival Saturn's beauty, but its rings would have a much darker and violent origin. Triton may have once caused destruction among Neptune's moons, making its own fate a powerful example of cosmic irony. The same forces that allowed Triton to destroy other moons are now slowly sealing its own unavoidable fate. This process is slow and silent, taking millions of years, but its outcome is certain and cannot be stopped. From a distance, Neptune looks calm, but its history tells a story of chaos, destruction, and powerful forces. And this story continues as Triton moves closer toward destruction in the cold depths of our solar system. What makes this story terrifying is that everything happening to Triton is natural, driven only by gravity and physics. Gravity, the same force that keeps planets in orbit, can also destroy worlds when conditions become unstable over time. Neptune's system shows how even stable planetary systems can turn chaotic and violent after a single unexpected event. Triton continues its silent journey inward, with no escape from the powerful forces, slowly pulling it to its end. Every orbit brings Triton closer, increasing stress on its surface and pushing it toward total destruction. This process may take millions of years, but in cosmic terms, it is already happening, cannot be stopped. Eventually, Triton will reach a limit where Neptune's gravity tears it apart, ending its existence as a solid moon. The remains of Triton will spread into orbit, forming a massive ring system, creating beauty from destruction. In the far future, Neptune could become one of the most stunning planets, surrounded by rings from its destroyed moon. But behind that beauty lies a violent history, a reminder that peaceful-looking worlds can hide destructive pasts. Neptune did not choose to destroy its moons, but its immense gravity made destruction inevitable once Triton arrived. A single captured moon was enough to reshape an entire system, showing how fragile cosmic balance truly is. Over millions of years, this event erased moons, created rings, and set the stage for more destruction still unfolding. Triton, once a destroyer, is now a victim of the same forces, trapped in a slow and inevitable path to destruction. This story reveals a powerful truth. Even the most beautiful systems can be shaped by violence, chaos, and unstoppable forces. Neptune may seem calm, but its history tells a story of destruction, chaos, and powerful forces shaping everything around it. From capturing Triton to destroying its original moons, Neptune has silently reshaped its system over millions of years. And even now, the story is not over, as Triton continues moving closer, approaching its inevitable destruction. With every orbit, stress builds in Triton, pushing it closer to the moment when Neptune's gravity tears it apart. When that moment arrives, Triton will shatter into pieces, ending its existence and becoming part of Neptune's rings. Those rings will look beautiful from a distance, but they are the remains of a moon destroyed by unstoppable forces. This story reminds us that space is not peaceful, but a place where massive forces shape, destroy, and recreate worlds. Even in the quiet darkness, events like this happen far beyond what we can see or imagine. The universe is full of mysteries, and every planet holds secrets showing how powerful and unpredictable nature is. Neptune's story shows how a single event can change an entire planetary system forever. In the silent depths of space, events unfold slowly, hidden from view, shaping worlds in ways we are just beginning to understand. Neptune remains distant and mysterious, holding a history of destruction that continues to influence everything around it today. Triton continues its quiet journey, unaware of its fate, moving closer with every orbit toward a future it cannot escape. One day, far in the future, it will break apart, becoming fragments orbiting the planet that once captured it.
And in that moment,
Neptune will reshape its system again, proving that in space, change is constant and nothing lasts forever.
Thanks for watching. For more amazing space facts, subscribe to Planet Facts and don't forget to hit the bell icon to stay updated.